Good morning. So we're going to continue with the commands and command replies that we were working on yesterday. So let's get started here. Let's do an ng serve on my Angular app, and then let's start up the backend. So when I look at where he left this, I should be able to look at login here. Oh, we need this to finish building. Oh, pardon me. And then what we can do is we can look at our command sets. And in this I have one. Don't have these things populating yet. And then here we have my number of replies. I need these things to have an edit. Interesting. So it added, but when we do this, it needs to do a request command set. And when I look in my command set here, we have a get create command set. So this is a create command set received, which is a create command set. So that's a command reply, is the reason why that's not working. So up here we want to have a command reply. Well, it's called a create command reply received subscription. And I'm going to go ahead and unsubscribe that here. And then we'll subscribe it up here. And what we're going to do is we're going to say get create command reply. And I want to subscribe this on my success, which is a boolean, like that. And this one, you can go ahead and say that your this dot loading equals false. You've successfully saved the command reply. Okay, we'll try it again. Go into command sets. When we create a command, it's going to request a command set here. I'm expecting that to fire there. So let's check this. Try it again. So let me look for this. This thing is being subscribed in a couple places. One is in commands, set commands. Okay. And then We want to have one here where we are getting the command set or just the command. So when we are loading this page, we're doing the request commands. So this needs to be a request commands. Of your command set ID. Okay, we'll log in. Okay, this time I create a reply, and it works correctly. So now, the next thing is that I want to have a remove reply. So on this, we're going to do this as a list item. And I want to put this whole thing inside of a table element with a table row and a table definition. Like that. And then here we'll do another table definition with a button. Which is called remove reply. And then we want to have one more button in here called edit reply. Okay, so then in here we need to have a edit command, remove command, create reply, edit reply, which will be an ID string, alert, edit reply invoked. And then we also want to have a remove reply, which is an ID string, and we're going to say alert removed reply invoked. So now when I look at this again, here it is. And now we have an edit reply and a remove reply. So the thing is, we only want to do this here. So it's the list item it's this unordered list, and then inside of it we're going to have the table. And we'll put this as a table row. And then we'll have my list item. Okay. And this is going to be a table definition. And then we need to have one more table definition with my button. And then one more table button definition here with a remove button. Okay, let's try it again. There we go. Edit reply invoked, remove reply invoked. This should be a remove command. So when we do an edit, what we're going to do is this. What I'm first going to do is I'm going to do my const selected reply is a this dot command and it was called well, it's not selected command, it's edit reply. So to do this, we're going to have remove reply, edit reply here. And we want to pass in our element.id and also my command reply.id. So we want to get my commands dot filter, the one where my ID is equal to my command ID. Pardon me. So if I have a selected reply, then I want to get my, this is a selected command. Then we want to get my const of my selected reply. And we want the command replies.filter where my ID is equal to command reply ID. Of the first one. And if we do have a selected reply, then we can do this. And what we're going to do is we're going to open my command reply create data, and we're going to say this is my edit command reply. Please edit the command reply below. My command reply text is selected reply dot reply text, and this is a selected reply dot ID. And then you'll open this. And after it's closed, you're going to make a create request with your command ID. And then you're going to do a create a command reply. So if I was to edit this, it opens it up, I can save it, and it saves. Okay. The next one we want to have is the remove. Okay, so for remove reply, what we want to do is a confirmation modal. So we'll take it from here. Hey there, Tech Oha. How are you doing? Welcome to the channel. How do you like VS Code? I wanted to see if I could use it with Unreal, but I couldn't get it to work. I like VS Code for things like Angular or HTML or CSS. But for most of the .NET framework languages, I definitely still use Visual Studio, so I'm using both right now. How are you doing this morning? Okay, and this is going to be a I confirmation modal data. And we're going to say, are you sure? And we're going to say, are you sure you would like to delete the reply? This cannot be undone. And we'll have a confirm and a cancel. Like that. And then we're going to open up my confirmation modal component called a confirmation modal. And we'll pass in my data. And when we close it, we're going to pass in a iConfirmation modal data. So if it does not equal to undefined, then we're going to be loading it. We're going to do a this.webhub.remove command reply of my ID. And then instead of this one, we want to do a request commands of your command reply dot command set. So here we'll do a var command set equals await services dot read command set asynchronous of my command reply dot, and this is actually a command, and this is a read command of my command reply dot command dot id and my application user dot id. And now I can say, if my command does not equal to null, then we can get my command stream, which is a command set dot id. I'm pretty good. I'm a new game dev. I've been trying to create my own game on Unreal, hoping to get a job to start a business. Do you do web dev on the side or anything on the side to support your independent development? I think that looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and run it. Look at command sets. Looks good. If I want to remove one, let's double check that again. So we'll get rid of this AS. So it's passing the wrong ID. This needs to be a command reply.id. And now we can remove this one. And it worked. So we need to have a confirmation. So up here, we're going to have a command. We'll do a remove command reply received subscription. I'll add that right here. And this is a get create command reply, get remove command reply. And we will subscribe here this as a success, which is a Boolean. And then we need to unsubscribe that subscription in my destroy. Okay, and then up here, we can say the reply was successfully removed. The reply could not be removed. Please try again later. So when we try to remove ASD, and we got our ticket here. So this is great. Do I want to move these two over? If I was to look at this panel in the TypeScript, to move them over is as easy as this. And that looks pretty good. Okay, so now the next thing is on this panel. We want to make sure that this is called a command set, and it needs to have some CSS in here for the table which was called app command set commands. Command text, command description, remove and edit. This doesn't look right. This is in my command sets, plural. And this is better. And this needs to be name, description, prefix. And then that should be good. Okay, so now on this one, we want to have our number of commands. So where I'm receiving my, let's do one more here for commands count and command sets streams. And we'll just do those as 20. So now this one, command sets, we want to look at my backend for this. And where I have my request command sets here, this is returning a command set DTO. And on this, I want to have a couple of other functions called a, it's an integer called commands count, and a integer called commands sets streams. So in my command set, we have commands, command set stream, and then we also have a commands count, which is a number, and a commands set streams, which is a number. So where we're doing command sets, and we have my numbers here, this is going to be a element dot commands count, and this one here will be a commands sets streams. So now over here where we're getting this, we're going to map this across, and now what I want to do is I want to get my DTO.commands count is equal to await context.commands dot where my command set ID is equal to entity.id, and my command set dot application user ID is equal to application user ID, and it's active dot count asynchronous. We also, so this doesn't break, we need to have the include here my command set. And then we're going to do this one again here for a command set streams. Right here. This is a command set. So I can do a commands sets streams, right? So if I look at my context, I should have a command set streams. And we only want to get the ones where my command set ID is equal to my entity.id and my command set dot, so we want to do my include here the command set like that. So now we need to update my database. So we'll set that as the startup project. Hey Cyclotronic, welcome back. Let's do a on the code first. A add migration, let's change name of entity stream commands sets streams. Update database. Just 1 second. Okay. So now let's go ahead and run this. Okay, so let's go ahead and log in. And when we check command set streams now, we get our numbers. And we have our number of commands in our prefix. One thing I want to have here is we want to add in logic to prevent two commands with the same name. And we want to change the logic for when we can add a currency to a stream. So this looks pretty good now. So now I think we're ready to attach this to a stream. So let's go ahead and make a new component in here called ng generate component shared command set streams. So it's command sets streams. Let's do this as a stream command sets. And we'll put that in my module app. Okay. So we've generated our new component here called streams command sets. And so now in my stream, I want to say that you have app routes. And so here we're going to have one which is a, we'll do this as a mat divider. And then this is a app stream command sets. And we'll pass in the stream ID here. And I'm going to go ahead and in my stream command sets have a input here called a, oops, what did I just do? And I'm going to say that this is called a stream ID, which is a string. And then also on my streams component, I want to add that up there. And this one needs to be a, and it has commands. So streams commands is working. That's good. I don't see my mat divider underneath it. But that's okay. So in my currency streams here, we can steal this and bring this into my stream command sets. And in this, we're going to say that this is my stream command sets container. Okay. And so now when I look at this, we're going to have a loading. And then I'm going to have this as a commands sets active in stream. And this is going to say show command set information is showing stream commands. So is showing stream commands is a boolean. And we'll just say that that starts by saying that it's true. So if it is doing that, then we're going to select here a what's called a command set selected, which is a string, and a command sets, which is an I command set array. So command set selected. So for each command set of command sets, my value is going to be equal to my command set.id. And this will be called command set.isDisabled. So if I look at my interfaces for a command set, I'm going to have one more of this called a command set stream dropdown. And I'm going to have this extending an I command set, and we want to have a is disabled is a boolean. Like that. Command sets stream dropdown. Like that. And then we're going to have a button here, which is going to be a create command set dropdown. Create command set stream. We're going to say add command set to stream. And then I also need to have a command sets streams is a I command set stream array. So for each one of these, if the length of that is over 0, then we also need to have a data source in here. and a displayed columns. And so this is going to be a, if I look at my string commands, it's a set, so it needs to have a name, a description, and a prefix. This is a I command set string, like that. What software do I use to program? I'm using Angular CLI for the front end and ASP.NET Web API Core for the back end. And so now when I look at this one more time, in my interfaces, it's called a name description prefix. So let's pop this out as a I currency set, no, I command set string. So this is going to be called a name, and this is going to take me to a command set of my ID, and we're going to put this as an element dot command set dot name. This one will be a description, which is a command set dot description. This one here is a prefix, like that. The next one here is the number of commands. And that's going to be a command set dot commands count. There is no providers, there is no statuses, but there is also a remove, which is called a remove command set stream, like that. And that's it. So in here we need to have a create command set stream. And we also want to have a invoked create command set stream. And I also want to have a remove command set stream, which is a alert remove invoked remove command set string. Okay, the other ones in here that we need to add is a number of commands and a remove. So now when I relook at this one, that looks pretty good. So we look at the streams. Here's my command set streams. It's currently not receiving that, and it's invoked here. So we need to get my command set streams here. So to do that, we're going to open up my web hub. And up here, we want to have a new one called a command sets for command set stream drop down. received. And this is a I command set stream drop-down array. So in here, underneath where I have my drop-down, I'll have a this.hubConnection.on, and it's a receive command sets drop-down command set stream. And we're going to pass in here a number of these commands sets streams, which is an I command set stream drop-down array. And the only thing we're going to do with this is the this dot that dot next of my command set streams. Okay, the next one is down here in the request, which is called well, we'll do it up here. With this request command sets, we're going to say command sets drop down for command set stream, like that. And this is a request, like that. And we want this to be requesting in a stream ID. Okay, the last one is the get. Which we can do right here, which is called a get command sets for command set streams dropdown, which is a I command set stream dropdown. And this is going to be a command set streams for dropdown received. So now we need to invoke that here on init. So we need to inject my private hub, web hub, which is a web hub service. And in here we'll do this.webhub.request command set streams for dropdown stream of my this.stream ID. And we'll do a this.loading equals true. We need to have a subscription, which is called a receive commands. We'll say it's a commands sets dropdown for command set streams is a subscription. And we need to have my on destroy. And we'll unsubscribe this one here. And then in my constructor, we'll subscribe it. And this will be a subscribe my command sets dropdown, which is an I command set string dropdown array. And then I can do a this dot command sets stream dropdown equals command sets dropdown. Okay, so that's looking pretty good. So over here now on the back end, we need to create this. So I'll do a public asynchronous task called a request command sets dropdowns command stream of a GUID called a stream ID. And we'll do a copy of this one. And in this, we're going to say this is a command sets gets dropdown for command set stream get. And then this one's going to be a read command sets for command set stream dropdown. And this needs to be a GUID for my stream ID. Like that. And then we want to do a new model in here called a command set stream VM. And in this one, we want to say that this is a extension of a, no, we'll just do it as a prop command set DTO called a command set. And then we also want to have a bool here called is disabled. This will change in my interface just a little bit. So this drop down here is a command set like that. Which changes this one just a tiny bit. So this is a command set. And then we're going to have a VMs equals a new list of a command set stream VM. And then we're going to do a for each var command set in command sets. We're going to change the name of this to be called a command set stream dropdown VM. And we're going to do a new one of these, which is my command set. And then a is disabled is a is disabled. Okay. And then what I want to do here is I need to get my stream. Command set streams here equals await your services dot read command sets So if I look at this one, We also want to have one more command set here. Called command set streams. I don't see it. So we'll copy this and bring it down here. And I want to have a read command set streams, commands sets streams asynchronous. And we're going to do that for a GUID stream ID. And then a read command set stream. And then a create command set stream, which is a command set stream create request. An update command set stream. And then a delete command set stream. And then in my requests, we're going to make a new class here called a command set stream create request, which needs to have in it a GUID for my stream ID and a GUID for my command set ID. So this is read commands sets streams, and we're going to pass in here my stream ID and my application user.id. So disabled is commands sets streams dot any s where my, and this needs to be a VM. Where my command set.id is equal to command set.id. Like that. And then you're going to return your VMs here and then write your log. Okay, we need to make a new list of these for request commands sets streams, which is a GUID stream ID. So this is a commands sets streams get, a command set stream get, a command set stream create, and a command set stream remove. So this is a commands sets streams get, and now this one is a read commands sets streams asynchronous of my stream ID, like that. And this is commands sets streams, and then we have a receive commands sets streams of this one. Request command set stream, which is a command set stream get. This is a read command set stream of this ID called a command set stream, and it's asynchronous, called a receive command set stream of my command set stream. You have a create command set stream here called a command set stream create request, which is a command set stream create. So So also you need to have in this a string for the ID. So this is a command set string. If it is null, then you're going to do a create a command set string. Otherwise, you're going to do an update command set string. And if this is null, then you're going to do a create command set string. And then you're going to do a request commands sets strings of your stream ID, which is request.streamID, like that. And this is the last one, which is remove command set string asynchronous. No asynchronous. And this is a command set string remove. And we're going to do a read command set string of the ID called a command set string. And then this is a remove command set string. And then you're going to do a request commands sets strings of your command set string.string.id, and then you'll write that. Okay, over here we need to write our web hub methods for those, but I'm actually out of time for the day. So thank you for staying with me today. I'll be back probably in the morning, and have a great rest of your day. If you have any questions, make sure you put them into the chat. Also, check us out at youtube.pixelhorrorstudios.com, and we have a really great community of over 350 developers at discord.pixelhorrorstudios.com. So thanks again, guys, and have a great rest of your day. Bye.